Alright, so here we go. As promised, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Not to be confused with just the one without the plus. This one is the plus because, well, it's on console now. And I guess it's going to have something extra because, well, the other versions did not. This game is not suitable for children or those easily disturbed. So it's really not suitable for me. They've got this cutesy anime girl, schoolgirl look to it, but I'm aware that this is like a horror type game. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. So I should not be playing this. This is another reason why I should not be playing it. But here's the deal. I just watched The Dark Knight. I got a little DVD player, or I should say a Blu-ray player from Goodwill. My dad is currently borrowing. I may let him keep a good one that I also got from Goodwill with a universal remote that I had programmed for it and everything. I let him borrow that one. And I found some DVDs somewhere and Blu-rays, and I was like, I don't like using my PS5 or PS3 to play them. I like those just to be for actual games, you know? I might stream from them, but actual games is what they're intended for. And I should have like a Blu-ray player or something separate. And just play all that stuff there. I mean, what else are they for? But I digress. These are all warnings saying I should not be playing this game. Would you like to review detailed content warnings? No, I don't want spoilers. Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu anytime. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. I agree. Now, if you're watching at the time that it's on, or maybe you're going to watch later, I'm going to tell you right now, get some snacks, don't be in a dark room, or if you like horror movies, be in a dark room. Whatever. But don't let this game fool you at all. I don't know that I'll be able to put this on YouTube just because of how graphic it is. I know some of these other channels do that. I'm just going to play this as I go and see. Please enter your name. Only use letters, hyphen, and apostrophes. Alright, so we're going to put other yellow hat guy because that's who we are. They might not be able to pronounce that if they pronounce it. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's obviously or oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other so long. Now, full disclosure, I had LASIK surgery, so while people think my eyes are great, I'm also an old man now. I'm getting old in the teeth, in the tooth. And what that entails is my vision fading. And I think that's what's happening right now as I get another year from the LASIK surgery. So if I'm mispronouncing words or reading incorrectly, I thought it was because I was sick earlier, but now it's clear to me that it's probably this going on as well. All right, so we used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. So what I like here is I can save at any time, but if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Because if this is her, so if it only is like different girls and you can kind of like romance them or whatever, at least that's what I'm thinking these types of games are. Reminds me of Phoenix Wright a little in just the dialogue here, but it's probably, you know, not going to be on some justice type thing, but injustice. But let's keep going. Oh, whatever that is. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, other yellow hat guy. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. You don't want them? I mean, she probably is annoying, but fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Cross the street together, huh? Once you draw near the streets, become increasingly speckled with other students making their way. By the way, other yellow hat guy, have you decided to join a club yet? Club? I already told you, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. And for those of you looking to join a club, subscribe. youtube.com/captainsensation. It's all one word, Captain Sensation. Subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, share. Need y'all to do that. Share this content. If you want to see more, that's how. Listen to Sayori here. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me. I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. Wow. This guy's the hero, right? He's the otaku. That's why people like this game, I guess. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Aww. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Whatever a NEET is, that can't be good. It's kind of got to be like an otaku or something like that. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Geez, she's like his mom now. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. With promises, though. This is how we join the literature club here. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. So here we're in the classroom. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Okay, that was fast. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. You know what's interesting? It's like a day like today, for example, it was rainy, not a whole lot going on. I did run some errands. It feels like I spent most of the day watching Dark Knight, like I said. That's a long movie. And without a remote to turn off, or not to turn off, but to pause, I was just like, you know what? Every scene is just getting better and better. And some stuff I forgot. I just kept going. Next thing you know, half the day is over. And had I been in school or at a 9 to 5, it would have just drug on. How is it that when you're just chilling, the time just doop doop doop, hours or half hours, man? I'm going on a tangent here. But think about that, will you? You're sitting here watching me, it's either dragging on because I'm talking too much and you want to see more of the game, or you're enjoying me talk, and next thing you know, you're late for whatever it is that you've got, okay? Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with Anime Club. Hello? Hello there, lovely people. Word Club Nintendo Life. Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yay! There's no way I'm going to your club. Ugh, meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Fair enough. Making me read all this, I'm already part of the literature club whether I want to or not. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And that Suki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's coming as to have planned all of this out. Does that say coming or cunning? I can't read that. Maybe I should look. You know what? I'm going to look at the computer screen and not the TV screen because that's hurting my eyes. That makes more sense to look at this screen anyway. Because I would like to rewind that because I know this said it's an 18 and a mature game, but if my eyes deceive me, it said something that I didn't feel comfortable saying, but whatever. It might have said cunning. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. We've all been there, bro. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I don't know why I make her sound like that. That's like the easiest girl voice I guess I can do. I told you, don't call me a new member. I'm making him sound like my friend Chris, who just gets annoyed easily by demands from certain people. I glance around the room. Girl 1, that's what her name is. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. I believe one of these girls is Monica. I think that one's Monica. She's always like, awesome. I'm pretty sure that's her. Ah, other yellow hat guy. What a nice surprise. And forgive me, they're all going to have the same voice at some point. Welcome to the club. Yeah, excuse me, burping here. Hope y'all aren't out of your snacks yet. I got some green tea here because a lot of reading, a lot of talking. That's definitely Monica. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Yeah, you're the least cute of all of them. I don't like that. What do you call those things? Barrette? I don't like that in your hair. Whatever that thing is. No. Sorry. Natsuki. Okay, so Natsuki is the middle girl. So now we learn their names. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Okay. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet you both, or the both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Uh-oh, there she is. The demon herself. We just know it's bad news that that's her. Which is why we're taking this picture to freak other people out later on who've already seen this game and may or may not want to see that I'm actually delving into it. That's right. It's great to see you again, other yellow hat guy. Monica smiles sweetly. Oh, it's already creeping me out. It's already creeping me out. I know those of you watching might be like, why is he creeped out already? Just look at her. Something's not right. Something is not right. She's a little bit too happy. It's a Charlie Brown effect coming on. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, crazy. Basically completely out of my league. Okay. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little odd. You too, Monica. Come on, sit down, other yellow hat guy. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. So the lesson here, guys, if you want to meet girls, you need to join these literature clubs. You need to join some of these non-athletic things. I don't know. I can't think of anything right now, but join those clubs if you want to meet girls. It'll help you in your social developmental skills later. Drama club might be one of those, I think. You know, yoga if they got that. Home ec is a good one because you need, with or without a nice lady in your life, you need to learn how to cook. You need to learn how to make at least 2 or 3 meals so that you can survive. Your mom is not going to be here forever. All right. Life lesson aside, Sayori says, I'll get the cupcakes. Natsuki, hey, I made them. I'll get them. She probably got barrettes in those cupcakes too. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? Sure, because I'm getting low in this cup here. Again, I've got my own tea that I'm drinking. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Now I'm just going to tell you right now, this can go one of 2 ways. I can mindlessly keep reading all of this and clicking, or I can cut it off in the next 10 minutes. I'm not really sure yet, but the more comfortable they make me, the more apprehensive I feel already. That's just how I'm actually feeling right now, since y'all can't see my face. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I can't read. And look at Monica's face here. So Natsuki's proud of herself with the cake. Sayori's just like, and then Monica here is just like unimpressed. But her eyes just. There's no, I can't save, I can't skip, I can't do any of that. So let's just keep pressing A. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Well, that's kind of cute. I'm allergic to chocolate though, but thank you anyway. So cute. Oh no, she said so cute, like that. She said it like that. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Does it look like she has a fang there? Look at that. Tell me that's not a fang that she has there. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, then I follow. Or then Monica, I follow. All right, it's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face, which we don't see here. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Yeah, she's wanting to know if, you know, the poison or the drugs worked in the cupcake, or maybe you just hate the cupcake. Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this before? Made them for you or anything. Wow. So rude. Yeah, I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for, you know, you, dummy. Okay. I think everything I'm gonna have her say, she's gonna sound rude from here on out. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Get out of here! Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. Oh, do they? After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? You know, maybe I should try that. I don't particularly do that, so maybe that's like custom in Japan or something? I don't know. Ah, yes. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Yeah, that's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. This is true. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. And you know, green tea is supposed to be really good for you. It cleans out toxins in your body. If you got certain diseases and stuff, that's what you want. It keeps you somewhat healthy, and it doesn't taste horrible like actual green, like hot tea. I'm talking about like the green tea you could refrigerate. So check some of that out. You know, not an endorsement or anything, but yeah, where was I? Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? Well, I was trying to just do a solid for my friend. I was afraid of this question. Girls, say girls. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Just the truth, but sometimes people need their faith restored. I'm not the hero that you want. I'm the hero that you need. And I can take whatever act you push at me, whether you want me to... Okay, enough Batman. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. So for some reason I thought Natsuki was the president, but I guess I interpreted that wrong. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? Probably because she's the prettiest, smartest, and most athletic or whatever. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, she keeps bending over like that, so weird. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Oh, trust me, I know. I'm in a Pokemon Go club that I created. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'm also treasurer of the HOA club. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it, like making these YouTube videos and Twitch streams. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. I also have a book club, you guys. Yeah, This is all not made up. This is all legit. The HOA, the Pokemon Go Club, the online book club. Hit me up in the comments if you want to be a part of that and actually read stuff. Even if you're reading audiobooks, hit a brother up. Okay. Monica really is a great leader, is she? Yuri also nods in agreement and has a very eerie look to her face, like she's being forced to say that. I don't know. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. That should be a red flag, genius. It must be hard to start a new club. It is. Like my Discord, not doing too well. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. But that's the best part of it. If nobody else is willing to try and you are, put yourself out there. People have to fear and selfishness are pretty much the driving factors in, okay, I'm getting too existential here, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Ain't that the truth? Like, comment, subscribe, and share if I didn't say it already. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Now, it would be a darn shame if my audio wasn't working. It looks like it is. So I haven't been yelling and ranting and raving and reading all of this in vain. 27 minutes into this joint. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Okay. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. All right, so you got 4 girls here. For some reason, I thought there were 5. Something tells me I might have to remember how these girls look later because I'll forget. So we'll just get a screenshot of them all here. Once again, girl on the far left, Natsuki. Second girl here with the purple hair, Yuri. Third girl here, Sayori, my friend. She's got the big barrette, not the goofy, satanic looking one like the first girl. And then Monica, who we know from the internet, from the memes, is up to no good. We know that. So you're 2 types of people watching this. You know you need therapy because of Monica, or you don't know yet because, well, other than me telling you this, you'll see why shortly at some point. I'm not going to get comfortable with any of you. I'm not going to allow you to let me get comfortable. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Now, while I know Monica's crazy, I don't actually know what happens because I haven't watched. I didn't allow myself to get spoiled by anybody else. I just casually watched a little bit of it. The music is so relaxing. Okay, I'll stop rambling. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these 3. But how and why? Do they like Monica? Do they look up to her? What's going on here? So the first girl is the youngest, and I think Sayori is probably right after her. And that's probably my age group, like a sophomore. And then you've got the other girls, the last 2. And based off of what he said about their bodies, that is pretty much what I'm going off of. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, other yellow hat guy, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. You figured me out. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I mean, do you count reading internet articles and news? I mean, that's still technically reading. It's not as rewarding as finishing a book from cover to cover. I'll say that. Same with an audiobook. An audiobook is like, is it over yet? Hopefully there's a couple things that I remember and learn, but is it over yet? Whereas you finish a good book, like the last little graphic novel I finished, it felt like I conquered the world or something. It's like, and I've taken this wisdom with me as if I'm Mega Man and I have this new power to apply to something else. But there was some kind of confidence there, and it's rubbing off on this. If it hasn't, like, comment, subscribe, share. I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. So she's one of those people. You know, those people that they like animals, but they don't like people. They're really shy and reserved. They can like bury themselves in a library, and just the minute you ask them a question, it's like they want to scratch you or bite you. So unless it's food, don't really bother her unless you kind of like her. That's the vibe I'm going with. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Because, you know, that's not foreshadowing here. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. See, there you go. I can just stop playing right now. Because if I have a mild heart attack or something because of this, and that might lead to a story time, it may not. I'm eating low salt diets as of a few days ago because my blood pressure was too high. So for those of you out there wondering, hey, where are the Mario makers? No Mario makers for a bit. Not until I get a little bit healthier. Doctor's orders. Real talk. So this probably isn't the game for me to be playing either, but we're gonna see. Hopefully I don't jump out of my chair. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately is what she says. I read a horror book. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. Because, real talk again, I don't like horror movies like that. I like Saw. Nightmare on Elm Street was cool, a couple of the Jasons, but you know, the horror then is not the same as the horror now. It's all about the story. I don't need to endlessly see somebody get chopped up to bits after, you know, trying to make love. Not my thing. But that's how they get you, just like I suspect this game is trying to get me. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. She's rubbing off on me in the right way. In the right way. Get your mind out of the gutter. Or you can leave it there. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Okay. So, I'm not sure how to take that, but what we're going to do is maybe see where we are at in the stream and share this. We need to be sharing the live stream. Captain Sensation is live, by the way. So if you aren't watching, you need to. Oh, somebody's looking. Thank you for looking. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share. Oh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Nasuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. And you know, tell me that beret that she has there, tell me that doesn't look like some kind of horror symbol. Can you not? I mean, honestly, tell me that it doesn't. Okay. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Nasuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. So Monica knows like everything about these other girls, I believe. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Like she's giving her a massage to calm down. I'm not cute. Yeah, she really isn't. Not like cute, like go out, but cute like maybe a Pokemon? Yeah, cute like that. For some reason it says that I'm streaming Maiden, but that's not the case. We're not streaming Maiden. We're not streaming Resident Evil. We're streaming Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. But, you know, blame Twitch on that. Blame Twitch there. It's not going to let me share this either. That's the sad part. Maybe after it's over, I can do that. Okay. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Or in my case, talking to myself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Something tells me she knows the answer. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Spoken like a true leader, Monica. And of course she's like, I don't know. I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Well, Sayori, where's yours? We all sit in a silence for a moment. Okay, here she goes again, bending over like that. Stop that. I have an idea, everyone. Nat and Yuri, okay, both of them together are like, Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we shall all share them with each other. Hopefully I don't need a keyboard and mouse to like actually write a poem. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help all of us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, other yellow hat guy? I guess. I really don't know. I really don't know here. Oh, it looks like I can share this. Let's try to share this if I can. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted you to share this, Twitch. Oh, there we go. Share this if I can. So y'all can hear the audio here in the background as Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Let's copy that. Okay. So let's go ahead and see, like, can I not save here? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. Which is, I should be saying no, but something tells me that I'm not going to. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and what? I lose my train of thought. Dejected eyes, but I'm sorry, I thought, other yellow hat guy, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Okay, so, you know, your character actually likes them, so there's that. But the simple answer would be just to walk away and or have another guy join the club, because there's no way that we by ourselves can contain all these girls. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Yay! One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Again, she found me out. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Let's see here, where were we? We were not here on this screen. Okay, everyone. Gosh, she just really creeps me out. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Other yellow hat guy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Ehe. Oh my god, she's creeping me out. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Stay tuned for more on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z? Panic? Literature club? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, other yellow hat guy, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori. Oh, that's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Just maybe. Just maybe. And then of course it says I'm playing new Pokemon Snap, which I'm not. I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club. And not just Literature Club, Literature Club Plus. Twitch just doesn't want to help me out here. Alright, perhaps I'll have a chance. Yeah, I read that already. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. And I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright. It's time to write a poem. Pick your word, or pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes the poem the most. Wow. Okay. Death? Okay, she's gonna like death. Are we trying? I don't know what to do here. Should I be trying to go for Yuri? Or should I be trying to win Monica's affection? Notice it only shows 3 of them. It does not show Monica at all. That should already tell you something's weird here. Wait, they were moving on their own. I thought certain words would be moving towards the character that you like. So let's go with heart. Let's go with breathe. Ah, I should have picked jump. Let's go with beauty. Games. Let's go with dream. I would pick that word, but I'm not gonna pick that either. Let's go with prayer. I like to be kissed, so let's go with kisses. Let's go with happiness. let's go with shiny, because I get shiny Pokemon. Depression, Socks. Let's go with fun. Let's go with joy. Let's go with imagination. Lust. Let's go with pure. Let's go with crimson. No, crimson would be red hair. Let's go with warm. And then let's go with love. If you're watching, go ahead and comment on a word I can pick if, you know, you're so interested. If you're here looking at this, type a word there, or say a word, you know? Say a word. You're so interested. So here I am in the chat looking. Nobody's saying anything yet. You know? Say a word. So here I am in the chat looking at this. Nobody's saying anything yet. Alright, so since nobody wants to say anything, we're gonna go ahead and just pick the last word here. Charm. Okay, hope. Awesome. Daydream. Sensation, because we're Captain Sensation, we have to pick that. Adventure. It's got to be a save point at somewhere. They have not given us the option to save. What happens if you hit the plus button? Oh, let's save right there. We can save here. It auto-saved for us. Let's save right there. Hi again, other yellow hat guy. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, other yellow hat guy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not as accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even want to join the clubs this year. Join any clubs. I said, no, I didn't. And last year too, okay. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Wow, she's just on me really badly. And Suki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Suki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Other yellow hat guy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. And ain't that the truth? Because year after year, I make these Pokemon Go videos, whether y'all watch them or not. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and share. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Wow. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Well, it's not like we're in a relationship, so, you know, I'll let your boy. How come you and other yellow hat guy can become good friends too? Oh, okay. Wing girl? Thank you. Sayori? and we're all just blushing. But I know what's going on. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Did she? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry. Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. It's not what I was expecting. Maybe more food or, I don't know, some kind of action figure, but hey, another book. Watch it be something scary. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, read it together? What is she gonna say? Discuss it if you wanted. Sure. This is, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Well, thank you, Yuri. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Thank you. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice their intense expression, like she is waiting for this chance. I'm waiting to see what this poem I wrote is going to look like. Just a bunch of words thrown together. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet, or around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I'll probably fall asleep right now. As has my audience. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all of the other clubs. So, well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. Problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know. And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Amen, sister. Bring on the food. What kind? I guess we could. Cupcakes! No, we've already had that. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh wow, she just popped up right there in front of me. What? I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Now, that's a club I want to join. So if you've got one of those clubs, sign a brother up. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in that club, you're going to have less time for anime, you know. Well, that's bad news. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Until she's not. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. Who's gonna look out for you? Still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. Can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Huh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair sticking out all around here. I haven't noticed that. Huh? I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush for this. My hair is really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. Try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Aw. I'm being kind of mean to her right now. That's not how I want to look at things, but okay. Let's see if I can save right here because something tells me I'm going to say something mean to her and want to take it back. No, I wanted to save. It still says 4:15 there. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, wow. Yeah, I need to save again. It's not letting me save. See, it still has the same time there. I don't understand that. What if I save right there? There we go. Can I not delete that? I don't know what to do here. This is so funny! What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. So yeah, if you're a kid watching this, probably time for you to click off the video. Let me give you all about like 5 seconds while I drink some more tea. Like, I didn't think it was gonna get too mature, but here it is. It's getting mature here. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. She has the COVID-15, or the COVID-19 pounds like a lot of us did. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner it doesn't fit anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my... Wow. It means my... Yeah, got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. She's using tissue paper, genius. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you go do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. Aww. She's guilting me into having feelings for her. You know that, right? Like, I kind of like Yuri, to be honest. If I liked any of these girls, I like Yuri. Oh, so that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I wish I would stop the thing. I hate saying that. Anyway, I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was just joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote out? Finally. Yay! Of the yellow hat guy. I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. You know what? I wonder if I could like find some kind of program online that you just type in words like we did here, and it just makes a poem out of it. How neat would that be? Like some kind of poem simulator where you just pick like I can pick those same words randomly and write like 12 different poems because they have like 12 different words, and just have like a computer just make a poem for me and just put by other yellow hat guy by, you know, Leonard Cornerstone. That would be cool. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. But now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Yusuke and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay, here we go. Who should I show? I already told you I like Yuri, so that's who I'm showing it to. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Maybe I shouldn't have chose her first. So I have a feeling because I like her and the game knows I like her, they're gonna find a way to take away what I like. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. She's so ditzy. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess it might be after reading, though. Or reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. I don't know where she's going with this. And I'm kind of nervous about it, honestly. Okay, so let's try to save right here if we can. Like, please let me save over that. Oh, it did. There we go. So you had to make it to where it said no, and then you could save over it. Like, why is the autosave still there? It should let me save like this one did. Oh, look at all the empty slots we can have. That many pages of it. Maybe we're gonna need those later. I think the most noticeable thing I reckon, yeah. In other words, they tried to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Atsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Let's take a picture of this. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calmly breathing air, the present but living in the past. The light flickens, I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. It's just kind of having some existential dread. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting isn't pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Geez, I was thinking that might be a good length for a poem I'm inspired to write based off of this game. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I guess. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, other yellow hat guy. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. So they are teaching you a little bit here? Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I share my poem to next? Let's go with Nasuki and Sayori last. Because she's not gonna like it, so... Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. It's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? Depends on how hard. I'll pass. You weren't supposed to pass. You're supposed to say it depends on how hard. Or no. There you go. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Yes, show me yours. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can see. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I don't like that. What is this, like a Dr. Seuss book? That's insulting to Dr. Seuss. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Why are we lying? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. This is true. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? This is true. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, it didn't hit me hard. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. You know, that can be true. So I decided to write about it. Oh, so she's trying to say since everybody else does things, you're a person unlike, you know, whatever, or what have you. I get it now. I kind of get her to a degree too. So here's what we're going to do here. We are hang tight. We are going to be right back. I need to get some more stuff to drink. Okay, and I'm back. For those of you who were watching or to be watching later, it wasn't going to be a long vacay from the screen. And as I went to refill my cup, to make sure that my cup did not runneth over, I thought to myself, because I'm waxing poetic right now, right, that I've read so much here in this hour and 15 minutes that I should just make an audiobook at some point about something. Anyway, let's keep going. Where's my controller? It is here. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. So that's kind of her thing. She's more into, I guess you got the Yuri girl is more like a Edgar Allan Poe, and this girl is like elementary school kind of. So we'll see what Monica is like next. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. Oh, did you? It helps bring out the feeling like in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. That's the nicest thing we've done. Okay, let's go to Monica now. I thought about Sayori before Monica, but no. We need some more FaceTime with Monica. I'm kind of over Sayori as a character, to be honest with you. Sayori's job to me is to make me comfortable and to take me away from the impending doom that I know is coming at some point. And no one can tell me otherwise. I just know that that's what it's going to be. I mean, it's rated mature because maybe the innuendo, but there's gotta be more to it than that. Gotta be. Okay, so let's go. Hi, other yellow hat guy. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear. Look how she's always closing her eyes like that. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things, okay? Or bring things up. All right, I'll keep that. Oh, wrong voice. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Aha! Don't worry, other yellow hat guy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Ah, well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. I think it's that kind of vibe, yeah. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I think she is. Aha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. It's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Aha. Aha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. Girl, I know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. I think that was too deep for me. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Yeah, I need genius.com to interpret what she meant by all this. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask. Oh, wrong voice. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Aha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Good question, me. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess I could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so, if this voice is annoying, say something. Otherwise, I'm going to keep rolling with it. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your poem pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. It's my advice for today. I kind of wanted her to have that's my advice for today. Thanks for asking. But no, we'll stick with that other voice, I guess. Well, Sayori is the only one left, so that's who's going to read it next. Oh my goodness. This is so good, other yellow hat guy. Huh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I mean, have you seen my children's book, Elena and the Bear? You let me know what you think. Yes, that's on Amazon. Yes, it's a real book. Elaina and the Bear. It's pretty much free, but Amazon charges a little bit. So yeah. In addition to comment, and subscribing and sharing this video, go check out my children's book. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I can relate. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, not just a poem, It's another yellow hat guy poem. Oh my gosh. And that makes it really extra special. I can feel your feelings in it. The cringe. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy you wrote that one. Or you wrote one. Oh, that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet. That doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, the yellow hat guy. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Not really sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yeah. So is my audience. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay, kind of silly. But I'll tell you what though, I like Yuri's the best, then hers. I actually like hers next up, followed by the other girl, and then Monica's last. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit, because she's an oversleeper. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. Hey, look, kids. Let's cut real quick. See, let's go into the settings here. Well, maybe not the settings. Let's just return. So my thought was interrupted here. You know what? Screw it. Let's go to the home screen. All right, look. Don't let society tell you how you're supposed to learn. There are different ways to learn. And I guess it's for any college kids watching, because if you're younger than 18, you probably shouldn't be watching this game. But I digress. If you get up early in the morning and do your homework, so be it, because you're an early bird. You don't have to do everything at night. You don't have to crank the midnight oil and go to sleep thinking that you got everything. Now, some of these books will tell you, yo, go ahead and do it at night because you focus better at night or something like that. Hogwash. Go ahead and go with your rhythm, your body rhythm. That's when when you feel your best, you're gonna end up doing your best. That's other yellow hat guy's tip for today. So back to the game. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last night. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. She's probably right, but I do it anyway. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Are you? You sure about that? Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okay, so we got to save there, definitely, because that was a lot. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuke. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuke's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuke dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. Is it really? How can that be cute? I guess giving up that you can't be like everybody else. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. I really don't like this girl. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and other yellow hat guy did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something that's particularly, or I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Ooh, you feel that? Somebody post that Ashton Kutcher burn meme right now. And other yellow hat guy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Suki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't even realize you were invested in trying to impress our newest member, Yuri. And the music changed here, notice that? It's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that other yellow hat guy appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as other yellow hat guy started showing up. Woo! Somebody give me the fan. Natsuki? See, now it's like, is she talking to Sayori or is she talking to Yuri here? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Other yellow hat guy? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Well, then you should be talking to Monica, not Yuri here. Help me explain that to her, other yellow hat guy. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, other yellow hat guy? I mean, I guess. Well, other yellow hat guy is not really going to answer this right now. I'm gonna get some more to drink. I mean, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be Yuri. Natsuki? You're right, I liked your poem. See? Wait. It's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. And it looks like a frickin' spider web in here. It's gotta go. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it. And it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said the same things that you didn't mean. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant, only because she can't handle the pressure. I ended up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Amen to that. She doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'll spare me from having to look at all of your faces right now. Or it'll spare me. Without warning, Natsuki snatches up her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and she throws it into the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe she acted like this. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, all right, I believe you. Thanks, other yellow hat guy. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right, mostly. Other yellow hat guy, what about you? I'd say the same. it was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! And there's the famous line right there that she says over and over and over again. So we finally got a picture of her saying awesome. I was wondering how long into the game it was going to take before it happened. But she said it. So let's go ahead and save right there. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a lot more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Other yellow hat guy, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. I can, though. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see that why they'd make good friends with you. You know the yellow hat guy? It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. 'Cause you can find me in the club, bottle full of bub, mama, I got the books if you're in the... Okay, I'll stop. Well, I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Look at their houses, they look so modern. A little Japanesey too. But I feel like I'm in like a Pokemon game. Because it's like rural, but it's just all like... I don't know how to describe those homes. Other than how I described them. Maybe I'll write a poem describing them. It looks like Sayori hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes, I bet. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. So we're writing another poem here. Alright. So I think I'm going to do one more chapter and call it. This is probably the longest I played a game in a while. So, yeah, so let's continue. I'm going to forget how I did all these voices too, by the way. I'm going to have to rewatch some of this to get the Monica voice and the Yuri voice. I like the low talking for Yuri. I like the obnoxious for Natsuki, and just a regular voice for Sayori. And Monica has that ditzy sound, which I could probably have done a better voice if I tried. So let's go with friends. Let's go with Kitty. Let's go with philosophy. Oh, I should have went with intellectual. Let's go with cheek. Nope, sensation again. We gotta use sensation. Let's go with love. Let's go with let's go with happiness. Let's go with marriage. Let's go with bounce. No, let's go with smile. And let's go with imagination again. Let's go with shiny. I'm picking the same words here. Let's go with peace. No, let's go with jump this time. Let's go with lucky. Let's go with daydream. Let's go with together. Let's go with adventure. Let's go with skirt. Let's go with play. Let's go with melody. Let's go with calm. Let's go with pleasure. There we go. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, other yellow hat guy. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Uh-huh. I'm just still not used to being in the club. That's all. I see. It's pretty simple. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. So let me just say, so far I haven't seen anything that's depressing or making me need therapy other than Sayori's clinginess. But only 2 hours in the game. I don't know how long this game is. But that was the warning. There were some mature themes I saw so far. So let's keep it going and see what else they got in store here. I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks, because you know we can't have a background other than this classroom and the home. That's not like you at all. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Aha! I knew it! Oops, wrong voice. I knew it! I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ooh. Aha. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell other yellow hat guy to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. See, this is why Yuri is the one for me. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. It really doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on. I almost said something different. Come on, Wrong voice. Come on. Give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ooh. Ow. What was... a cookie? Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Ahaha. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though, ha. Natsuki, that was so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Yeah. Sayori rapidly tears into the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. Just make out already. Aw, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yeah, she would get roughed up if she did that. You don't mess with the person and their food. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Wow, talk about low self-esteem. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. Me too. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! Sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, other yellow hat guy. Monica sponsors. She keeps bending over like that. I I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Ah, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share more once I'm ready. See. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki would end up complaining to her anyway. True that. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Because maybe... No, I won't say that joke. I won't say it. Oh, the yellow hat guy! Oh, the yellow hat guy! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica are gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons, markers, and glue sticks. Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Ah, where are you going, other yellow hat guy? To get supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Haha. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find, like, poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, other yellow hat guy? Yep, let's go. Sayori eyes the cloud room. At this point, I think it's appropriate to save. Alright, let's keep it going. I follow behind Sayori. as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would have made an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. Performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds kinda dull. The yellow hat guy, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once preposterous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just mean that it's pretty an ordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is gonna be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey, other yellow hat guy, the classroom is over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. Mission, huh? It's been a long time since I've spent with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us entered the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons. Sayori pulls a box of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box. Read the color names. Alright, that one's down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine, fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. Ah, I dropped one by accident. Ooh, did she get smacked again? Yeah. Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls flat. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow, wow, wow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Gee, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of your forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. I think I've got one on my cheek as well, so there it is. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Other yellow hat guy. Where will we even find ice around this time? Ah, I guess a cold drink will do. Speaking of which, I need some more tea. Oh, you don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. Uh-huh, what are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Oh, okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter, since we use as an ice pack rather than to drink. I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. Yeah, that's a good choice. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. I'll tell you what, gang, this new gaming chair I got is very comfortable because I would have ended the video at least 2 hours, or at least 2 hours. It's going on 2 hours now. Ooh, excuse me. At least an hour and a half ago, but this gaming chair is very comfortable. I don't know what brand it is or anything, but check out these Pokemon Go videos if you want to see. Maybe you can look up the brand and you know, but yeah, I'm pretty comfortable. I'm kind of sleepy too, but we're going to keep on soldiering on. She has one palm on her forehead, using the other to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. See? Silver lining and all. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah, sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, other yellow hat guy? This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? How I'd always try to keep up with you? You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on things you did. But sometimes, when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. Aha. and you would rush over as quick as you could. You would really try to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Oh, the yellow hat guy? I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. Rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Other yellow hat guy. I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. You think it'll be like this forever? Forever? Forever, ever? Ever, ever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair to make any promises. Okay, so they're high schoolers. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. If not, I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops to her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? Yep, I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. Found the poster paper too. Sounds like you end up doing all the work, other yellow hat guy. Well, Sayori. Failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it in an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start with working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I could grab mine. I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Who should I read my poem to first? Yuri, of course, because Yuri's my girl. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done on the yellow hat guy. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to inspire fellow writers. You know, you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to try to enable your reader to see into your mind. That's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an, what does that say? Unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread. My hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Like, okay, so the hunger really is her raccoon and not an actual raccoon? Every time she cuts bread, she's hungry anyway? Or was she hungry and then just goes, I don't know. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way that it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's the sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, other yellow hat guy? Well, I guess I do. Yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. Best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's go with Monica. Hi again, other yellow hat guy. I should not have done her because my voice needs a break. But what we're gonna do is save right there. 542. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's going to be bad. As long as it's not going to be bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with the masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what I wrote? Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. All right, it's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. It's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. You do spend a lot of time with her in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri, Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you could talk to me every now and then too. Every now and then too. I should say it like that. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? Oh, no, it's nothing like that. I'm just getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. Sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony, or cacophony. I think that's how you say it, cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Okay, well that was weird. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Aha! I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing that I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short and makes it like you're trying to speak over the noise. I see. Still hard for me to tell what that's about though. Aha. Sometimes it's me asking. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feeling. Or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind or when something unexpected may happen. Here it is. They got me comfortable, relaxing. Wait, is this tip even about right? Let's take her advice before she tries to screw me over. What am I even talking about? Ha! It's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should read my poem now? Let's go with Natsuki. Because it's easier to go from Monica's voice to Natsuki's voice. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Phew, what? Oh, well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get that. I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Something tells me she's going to completely do that. Until she doesn't anymore. Cough, cough, she does. Come to think of it, kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type? All of a sudden? Well, I don't know. Honestly, how can someone Fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah? I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. Excuse me. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Excuse me. Again, hiccups. Amy has lots of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Yeah, we get it. You don't like spiders. And you don't like Amy for that reason because she likes spiders. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people recognize or realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks it doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of. If people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. Okay, so maybe she actually likes spiders. Or maybe she's actually genuinely afraid of them. And that's what we have to remember, right? That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes? As long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. Okay, I kind of agree with that. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I don't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Oh, there's your Seinfeld moment for today. Da-da-da-da. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Mitsuki has trouble finding words. So maybe Yuri likes knives or bread, and this one likes spiders. Or maybe they don't like either one of those things. I did not pay attention to what Monica was talking about at all. Monica was very weird. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. And even her writing style, and even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she really appreciates the message in your poem. It's really what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. And I guess, but you've got to practice that though, to just, I don't know. I wonder how the really good writers go about doing that. But I really want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. All right, last but not least, Sayori. Oh, the yellow hat guy? I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... no way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. What? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. And then he just calls her an idiot right after that. I just mean that you're really a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life like an adventure. I do that. I have been doing that since my early 30s. Amen. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey! I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, other yellow hat guy? Will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because... well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Other yellow hat guy? Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap. I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. So sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Haha. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah? I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry about it. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all of my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like bundles of kittens. Wait a minute. Didn't I pick sunshine and kittens? I reach inside with my thumb and a forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets, hiding in the nooks and crannies. Dinging and dinging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up. And in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I friendly put them down from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Okay, that was all right. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. It was about drinking all the time. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Well, that was insulting. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, I came out good, and so you should be proud of it. Thanks. Feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing this is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you can keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Notice what she said there, y'all. Aha, don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it, no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with the last minute preparations. Don't worry yourself so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need to do more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can all give out during the event. But wait, I thought Monica was working on the posters. Okay, it's great and all. That doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. The cool part is we're also going to be, I can't read, but the cool part is We're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't. You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I can never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's like a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud in front of a room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best shot. Or I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each of us put off good performance, it'll inspire others to do the same. And then the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings. Being intimate with yourself. Because that's not screenshot worthy. Finding new horizons. Finding Animal Crossing. And having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them? To find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if I can't read right now. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. So Yuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out for a bit. Just what I need other girls to do voices for. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! The club is seriously going to be... Oh, wait, wrong voice. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. She's not lying. Oh, gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. But let's see. I think we need a save here. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites. bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Aha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Sorry. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, you're fired up all of a sudden? Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. Wow. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality. Oh, there goes Rabbit. Oh, some mom spaghetti. And glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me. Oh, I'm the first to start applauding. Yay! Everyone joins me after we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard, must have forgotten. As we were applauding, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. So Yuri hops out of her chair, cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do this so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. Now that's good advice. As someone who has reverse stage fright, she's absolutely right with this. That works for me. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even other yellow hack I liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's, well, what I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Excuse me. I need some more to drink. But then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Could only be one more person. Suki! Don't make me go before other yellow hat guy. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let other yellow hat guy lower everyone's standards before I even have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today and stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. Ooh, that hurts. It's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. All right, then. It just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. Poem is called... It's called... Why are you looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Also one of the words that I chose. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the record machine. I ain't the worst that you see. Oh, can't you see what I mean? Okay, anyway. Some of you will get that, some of you won't. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. It wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing that in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, see, she's more like me, even though I don't like her that much. I mean, I still like her more than Natsuki, I guess, but whatever. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, my guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so everyone let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine, too. Doesn't have to be your own. Okay. I'm just already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. Thank goodness, I'm out of breath. I know the festival is coming up. Let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far. I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish up planning tomorrow. Then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. if it's for the sake of the club. See, now he wants to be a part of it and everything. And impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, other yellow hat guy? Or ready to go, wrong voice. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two. Always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, you guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, the yellow hat guy. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was... wrong voice. Thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles her words, just like I did a few seconds ago. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? Oh, I know where this is going, so let's save the game. Because I actually like Yuri. And if I choose wrong, this is going to come around and bite me in the butt. What kind of question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, I would walk home with Yuri. I would still walk home with Sayori. Oh man! If I choose the wrong thing here, this could only end badly. I've got to think about this. Because the obvious one is I would walk home with Yuri, because I like Yuri. If I say I would still walk home with Sayori, she's not going to like me anymore. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Yeah, but she's so beautiful and smart. No, so I chose the wrong thing. Let's load. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? Given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Aha, you admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Oh god, this is sad. Need you? Sayori? I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her, so I should have lied and said I would have kept walking with her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? So what we're going to do here is save right here. So on the third save, we're gonna stop going to that one because we kind of know that gives us the option to keep going with Sayori, but here we can keep walking with Yuri, or keep walking with. We're gonna start walking with Yuri. So we're not gonna choose anything here. We saved. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you who watched, came by, and checked it out. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's Captain Sensation. That's who you want to look for on YouTube if you want to see this in a trimmed down form or what have you. I'll probably do this again. I'm not sure when. It's a lot of reading. A lot of reading. And we haven't seen anything crazy happen just yet. But just know that it's going to happen. I just know that I know it's going to happen. So if you're new here to the channel, I play games every so often. I'm trying to be more consistent about that. I know it's a Friday evening. I'm going to try to stream more though on like Wednesday nights if I can, or Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. I'm looking to do more of those. I was just too tired last night to do anything. Those Badoofs, man, I had to get more Badoofs. That being said, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for showing up. Continue to share, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I hope to see you again. If I don't, remember, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Other yellow hat guy is out. Maybe we'll just let this music play in the background? Not really sure. I wonder what the history button does. What does the history button do? Oh, wow. So they let you look back to the last couple of things you said, because that might be important at some point. In case you screw up somehow. I see that now. Okay, well, we learned something new before we end this. So let's go ahead and end it here.